Hey everybody, welcome to the Writing Workshop KS Week 2. I am your host, Poet Jen Harris, and I am really excited that you decided to join me again this week. Thank you for taking the time out for your creativity and to test yourself. I am incredibly grateful to you, and I'm super excited to share with you what I have in store for you today. So if you haven't already, please gather up your favorite writing medium, whether that's pencil, pen, notebook, tablet, whatever suits you, and pause this video to go start the before portion of your survey. That link is on the website page. Just click Start the Survey Now, and it will open to a separate page. The survey is the same every single week. It's just to gauge how impactful trauma-informed workshops can be on your mental and emotional health. So take a moment, pause this, go start the beginning portion of the survey, and then come back and we'll jump right into your weekly prompts. All right, so I've been thinking a lot about resiliency, and in my own aging process, in my process of exploring all the types of therapy that I am currently involved in, and how best to have my needs met, how to really understand who I am better and more thoroughly, I have discovered that oftentimes, even when I feel like it's the right time to say something, maybe I should wait, think on it a little bit more, come back to it later. And that's not to say that that's every instance. There are often many, many times when you or I should speak up in the moment because it's now or never. And I don't love the idea of going home and kicking myself for not standing up for something or someone. However, there are instances in which you will not receive the outcome that you would like because of poor planning, poor timing, etc. So I was looking for resources on how best to communicate grievances with another person. And I came across a book I've had for a long time called Succulent Wild Woman by Sark. And I came across this passage. I've learned very piercingly how the unspoken can deprive a friendship of real nourishment. The timing of that speaking is crucial. So your prompt 1 for week 2 in the writing workshop KS is, I would like for you to write a letter of all the things unsaid. Write a letter to anyone and to everyone of all the things unsaid. Ready, set, go. All right, welcome back. Congratulations, you have written for 10 minutes today, and I am very excited that you've taken this time for your creativity. So great work, great job. I hope that you are very, very proud of yourself. So prompt 2 for week 2 is inspired by it's been a very philosophical week. So it's inspired by the idea that the grass is always greener, right? Often when I'm dealing with a tough situation or sitting in therapy wondering why I have repeated certain experiences over and over and over in my life, I often think, well, if I was a different kind of person, if I came from a different place, if I had different philosophies or a different perspective, more money, more education, less money, less education, whatever it is, wherever it is that I am not and whatever it is that I am not seems like the answer. And while that is literally never true, because it's impossible, you can never not be who you are in the collective whole of your being. We all seek out some sort of coping. We seek out some sort of solace in the idea that if we could get to a certain goal or a certain place in life, then we would be fine. So in that, when my friends specifically are suffering, they often say to me, like, I can't wait until I move to blank, or I can't wait until I get to this place, or I see this place. I will be a more whole, well-rounded, complete person when this thing happens. And I think a lot of us carry that ideology around of there is a specific spot in the journey, the destination that once we get to it, all ails will be healed. And I don't know if that's true or not. I've traveled all over the country and I have found that realistically, unfortunately, fortunately, however you look at it, wherever I go, there I am. It's just me and myself doing the same thing, maybe with new eyes, fresh perspective, better coping mechanisms, but I'm still who I am. And in that, I have to celebrate. However, I do allow myself to daydream when things get real murky. So I want you to daydream for prompt 2, and I want you to write on the prompt, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? And feel free to tell us why. Ready, set, write. Welcome back. Congratulations. You've written for 20 minutes today. You are doing a great job. I am super excited for you. I am incredibly proud of you. I promise this will continue to get easier, more natural, more comfortable. And if the prompts don't resonate with you from time to time, that's totally fine. The goal in this activity overall is to learn that you can create despite your internal censor, despite the bully inside of you that tells you that this is not a good use of your time, or that you're not talented, or what you're creating is not worth putting out there. All of that is wildly untrue. Your job on this planet is to work towards things that make you healthy and happy every moment of every day. If you are bringing no harm to other people, and you are taking care of yourself, and you know that you have inherent value and worth and creativity, you're doing it right. So I'm grateful that you continue to join me for this, and I'm excited to jump right into prompt 3. So prompt 3 draws on The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. And there is a passage in a chapter called A Critter That Keeps Coming that goes like this. Why does resistance yield to our turning pro? Because resistance is a bully. Resistance has no strength of its own. Its power derives entirely from our fear of it. A bully will back down before the runtiest twerp who stands his ground. So, in this incredible book, Steven Pressfield basically takes the myth out of why you don't move to the next step of whatever it is you really want to do. Your hesitation, your fear, that voice inside of you that tells you that you can't do something for whatever reason it lists, that voice is very clearly identified as resistance with a capital R. So your prompt 3 for week 2 is to write on what resistance says to you when you want to pursue something. I want you to make a list, write a letter, write a poem, write a song, whatever it is, but what does resistance say to you when it's keeping you from doing the thing you want to do? This might be some nasty info. It might be some gross things. It might be eye-opening to really think about what the voice inside your head that's preventing you from succeeding says. But I want you to get it all out on paper. So write for 10 minutes on this subject. Ready, set, write. All right, welcome back. Congratulations. You've written for 30 minutes today. You have taken time for yourself, for your creativity. You have performed an act of self-love and self-care, and I am super grateful that you could join me for this. Before you finish up this video, please do a couple of things. First, click back over in your browser and finish the survey and submit that, and then we're done here. You can also email me your work if you would like to share it. I would love to see it. I would love to know what your insights are. And I would also like to thank our fiscal sponsor for these workshops, Poetry for Personal Power. And you can check out everything that they do in the show notes or in the attached PDF. But they have sponsored these workshops so that you and I can create together and learn a little bit about ourselves in the process. So I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being vulnerable and stepping into this space with me. I hope you know that no matter what, you are never alone. You are absolutely valid. You are doing a great job where you are at this moment in time, and everything you want to be, everything you strive toward, you deserve it and you can gain it. So keep working, keep persisting, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you next week. I hope you have a great one.